we here to explain our material. Let's introduce. My name is Gilang and my friend Hamim and Jon. We go straight to the material. Chapter 1 Introduction. A background. Prose is a written or spoken text with a common or everyday pattern of meaning. Without its material structure, ad hoc fiction complete in poetry was very common in the past. Modern writers reckon their prose so much that most readers today are pleased when they come across fiction written in prose. Before, the most popular genre of fiction currently is novel and short story. The difference between the two was with simple and quick straightforward. A short story is short. A long novel there is another possible difference between the two sets of narrative that is different from the simple one. But before anything content a difference, it is important to understand that both stories and novel are modern narrative genres, which only emigrate in the current form during the genesis of culture. People have been telling each other initial story in order from since much earlier and many other places. Perhaps the two from the head stoners influence immigrants of this modern blends of prose fiction with the classic. The drama was created and spent the element of which for a drama. Next slide. B. Formation of the problem. Formation of the problem in research included case of the problem, interpretation of the problem and main problem. Interpretation of the problem. The interpretation of the problem is required to give the clarification about the study which will be investigated, investigated analysis by the reader. The reader brings several programs for this research must be investigate the problem are is the following question. 1. There are many settings in the novel they read and on it. 2. The reader develops to understand the plot in the novel. 3. There are many characters and calculations used in the novel which make the reader difficult to understand the content of the novel, main of the problem. There are many intrinsic elements that chapter the novel which the intrinsic element in the novel make the novel more dramatic. But most do not understand with the meaning that in the chapter novel. So problem is the script. There are many settings in the novel. The reader did understand the plot in the novel. And there are many characters and characterizations used in the novel which make the reader understand the content of the novel. Okay, Hamim, time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm gonna continue from the first speaker that's telling the part of drama and functions in literature English language teaching. Thank you Gilang Rimba Brasco from the time. But before I would like to introduce myself. I'm Mohamad Hamim. My student number is 3220100X Mr. Ford and I'm from Bimuning class. Chapter 2 Discussions. The first is setting. Setting is where and when a story takes place. It includes the following. The first, the immediate surroundings of the characters such as props and science, streets, furniture, food, and sight of a house or a car, and each other. And the next, the time of day such as morning, afternoon, or night. And the next, the weather such as cloudy, sunny, windy, snow, or rain, or each other. And the next, the time of year, particularly the seasons, fall, winter, summer, or spring. And the next, the historical period such as when a country or the site the story takes place. And the last, geographical locations including the city, state, country, and possibly even the universe, if the winner is writing science fiction. Setting can function as the mind force that the characters encounter, such as a tornado or flood, or a setting can play a many roles, such as setting the mood. Over the time, the setting can reveal something about the main character is she functions that place and time period. Reader read about place they are familiar with. If they aren't familiar with the place, they need or result in order to be current about the place. And the next is B. And this is the number two of the part of a literature English language teaching, the drama and functions, is plot. Plot is the order of the event of the story. The plot usually following a particular structure called phrase take and Paramat Gustav phrase take, a German playwright who lived during the 118 identified that structure. Another popular literary category known as drama or is that the functions known as drama or function is that made up actually of stage performance. The most famous play was William Shakespeare, rather Macbeth, Hamlet, and like Romeo and Juliet. The more modern drama includes the streetcar names, desired, and raised in the sun. And the next, the part of literature English language, the drama or fictions is character. Character are the people, animal, or aliens in the story. Reader come to know that characters through what they say, what they think, and how they are each other. A. May Forster, an English novelist, identified that the characters are either flat or round. Flat characters do not play important roles in the stories. They often have only one or two traits that with a little diction about them. A flat character may even be stock character, which is the stereotypical figure in the zero recognized by reader. For example, the mad science or the evil stepmother. On the other hand, the round character play an important role. After the lead or role in the stories, they are complex, dominational, and well development. The stories and about them, like therefore packs are written well about them. They often change by going through a life-changing experience as the story unfolds. When discussing stories with other reader on return and when reading an analysis of a story, functional characters can be described as static or developing. Static means that characters stay the same through the story. They do not change developing. Also called dynamic means the character change. The change may imply the character, belief, attitude, or actions. The change may be small or large. The change occurs because the character is experienced and eye-penny and saying about life. The last of the part of the literature English in functioning drama is characterization. Characterization is often listed as one of the fundamental elements of fictions. It refers to way an author creates and manipulates. The character is in work, is played, his or random. Characterization is image toward the characters based on a time or a character which could be known from the past psychological. Psychological and sociological feeder, it will character sometimes can be any personal identity, an animal or entity whose existence originates from the functional work. The reader revolves the character is such may or the reader becomes familiar with the characters, neither through character and word of relation. A character is also revealed through his relationship with other characters and reaction and situation and events. Sometimes the characters too are revealed by the reader depending on the narrative mood or point of view. And it's come for the conclusion. Chapter 3 is in literature, every written work belongs a general category, also known as genre. We experience genre as other part of our daily lives, such as film and music, and in this case, individual genres usually have different style and terms of how they are structured. At the most basic level, there are many genres of literature, poetry, prose, and drama, and it can be broken down further. producing dozens of subgenres for each. Some sources will guide only two genres, faction and non-faction. Although many classics argue that prose, while there is while there is much support for the constant genre is literature, for the purpose of the article, we will be broken three classic. From there, we'll break down in a few subgenres for each, include those that some think should be classic as a major genres. That's all from me. I'm Hamim. Thank you very much for your nice attention. Jelas Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.